So in the last episode, we created this list of posts on our front page from WordPress. Of course, this is all going to be statically generated at the end. And what we want to do now is we want to link those excerpt posts to the full post pages. So that's what we are going to be doing in this episode. Okay, so we already know about Nuxt link. So we need to create a link right here. So where do we link it to? Well, we need to define a route in our Nuxt application. And as you already know, we define our routes in pages. So Nuxt is automatically going to create our routes. So how do we want our route to look? Well, we want it to look like blog, slash, and then the slug of the post. And how do you tell Nuxt to do that? Well, actually very easily. So you would go to pages and create a directory called blog. Okay, and then in that directory, since we want to use a slug, you would just create a file called _slug.vue. Okay, and now if we take a look at .nuxt directory and the router.js file, as you can see right here, we have that route right here. So blog slug, and what's very important right here is this name. So this is a name route called blog slug. Of course, we can't define a specific route because we are getting our data from WordPress, and specific routes are going to depend on the slug on each post. So what we want to first of all define here is a named route, and that named route is going to be name.blogslug. Okay. Next thing we need to define is these parameters. So we need to send that slug to this file right here. So we want to do that via parameters. So we do params, and we want to send some parameters right here. So the first parameter that we are going to be sending is going to be, of course, slug. Since we are getting this post from our API, we can just check out our API right here. And as you can see, on our API, we have the slug definition. So right here, this is just some lorem ipsum text. For the first post is hello world, and so on. So we want to take that slug and send it to the slug.vue. So the next thing we want to also send, but first of all, let me just do this. So post.slug. Now, the next thing that we want to send is actually ID of the post. And this is because WordPress API works like this. So if you go to posts and you want to access the first post, you would just do posts/1. And this way you would just get the first post, or posts/2. Now you would get no post because we don't have a post with the ID of 2, but we have a post with the ID of 5. Okay, or not. Let me just see. Do we have, what is the next one? So with the ID of 8. Okay, so posts 8. Right, so we get the post with the ID of 8, and so on. So we can't access a post via slug, which is unfortunate, because our job would be much easier if we could, but never mind that. We will get around that somehow. Anyway, so we are going to send that ID. Okay, then we wanna close this up and create our link. So this is going to be read more. Okay. I'm going to put this on another line so that it's more readable. Save it. Let's go to our browser and check this out. So if you go right here, as you can see, we have a read more link. And if I click on it, I go to blog hello world. Of course, I don't have anything in my _slug file, so we don't get nothing, but we get to this route. If you go back, you go right here, you can see blog and then this lorem ipsum text. Okay, so this is great. So the next thing we need to do, we need to create something in slug.vue that is going to actually display our post. Now in our underscore slug.view file, I'm just going to paste in a template, which is super simple. So it's just a post that is displaying a post title and the post content. Okay, so we got our template. We are not going to waste our time on that, but what we want to do, and what's more important right here, is what we write right here. So in our script tags. So first of all, of course, we need to contact our API. So we are going to import. We are going to import Axios from Axios, and then we are going to export default. Now, for getting the post, we are not going to use the fetch method like we did before. So we are going to access our data a bit differently than we did on our index page. And instead of using the fetch method, we are going to use special Nuxt method called async data. Which is going to allow us to access the payload. And what payload is, you will see a little bit later in the video. We are going to be needing it, and we can't access it through the fetch method. So what we're going to do now is actually define our data, and we are not going to save this into the store at all. So we are going to just do data return, and we are expecting a post which is going to be an object. Okay, so we did that. The next thing we need to do something like async. And then params. So we want to have access to the params. So now I'm just going to return something into this post data. Return, and you do Axios get. And I'm just going to copy all of this link right here. So what we are doing right now is we are saying to Axios, so go to this address, to posts, and then we are passing in this ID so that we get this link right here, depending on which post you clicked. So the number 8. So we want to access that post via ID, and then we do then. And we are expecting a response right here. And then we want to set this response to be this post right here. And to do that, you would just do a return again. Post is going to be response.data. Okay, and I think this should actually be it. Let me just save this. Go to our browser, maybe refresh this page. And now if I click on hello world, as you can see, we get the hello world text. Great. If I go back, we get this. Great. So as you can see, this works, but not exactly. Why this doesn't work like expected, I'm going to show you in just a second. So now let's see what we get if we quit out of this and do npm run generate. So as you can see right here, we don't have any blog pages, which kind of sucks, right? But we can get around that by telling Nuxt specifically how to generate those pages. And we're going to do that right now. So we need to go to nuxt.config.js file, and somewhere around here create a new object called generate. And in that object, we are going to tell Nuxt how to generate those routes. So you would do something like routes. Okay, and now we want to do return Axios, pretty much just connect to our API. So something like this. And then inside of it, we would do return. So we are getting the posts, right? So we are going to return data, and we are going to map that data. This is very similar to going through for each loop, right? And we want to send the post in it. So this is going to be every specific post. And now we can define our routes, and we are going to define them by returning again. Returning a route, which is going to be blog slash, and then we want to send the slug, right? Plus post.slug. But what we also want to do is we want to send the payload. Payload is going to be post. So why are we doing this? We need to send that payload because since when we generate our page, it is not connected to our API directly and we didn't click on anything. So the Nuxt doesn't know which ID it needs to get. So which post does it need to get to generate that page? So we are actually sending that page into this slug.vue file and we are going to send it in just a second, but I see I have a problem right here. And I think this should be okay. So this payload is our actual post, which we are going to send right here. So if I save this and I need to import Axios at the beginning. And if we just save this and now go right here and run npm run generate again, this will not work because we didn't do anything in our _-slug file to say to it, okay, so if you don't have an access to an ID, then use the payload. So as you will see, we will get an error. As you can see, request failed, status code 404, because Nuxt doesn't know which post to display right here or which post to actually generate right here. So what we need to do, we need to go to slug.vue file again and then send in payload right here. So we want to do payload, right? And then we are just going to do if payload. So if you get the payload, which you will get when you run npm run generate, then return post is payload. Very easily, very simple actually. Else do this, right? And I think that should do it. So if we are just running in development mode, this is going to work for us. We can just test our application, but our final product needs to be a statically generated page. So when we generate it, we just say Nuxt, okay, so you don't know what ID this is, but I'm sending you the payload, and this post is going to be that payload that we are running through here. Okay, so let me just save this and let's try to run npm run generate again. And now, as you can see, we get blog and then those slugs. And if we go to our code editor, go to dist, blog, as you can see, these are our posts. If we click on one of them, we get index.html in it. And then right here, you would get the content fully statically generated for your pages. And of course, if we run npm run dev again and go to our browser, maybe refresh it a bit, this still works, right? Now I gotta say something about this to be warned, to warn you, because if you do something like read more, okay, great. And if I refresh this page, now this won't work. This doesn't work because we are not getting an ID. So when you click this button, then the parameters are sent and you get the ID. But if I refresh the page, that ID is gone and we don't get anything. So this isn't actually a problem for us because we want to get a fully statically generated page. But if you're doing something else, please keep that in mind. As I said, this is because the WordPress doesn't allow us access to the post via slug, but by ID. If we did this differently, a little bit differently, so instead of sending the params of slug right here and just sending the params of ID and calling this page not blog _slug but _ID, this actually would always work, because then our route wouldn't be blog-slug, but it would be blog-id. And then the Nuxt would be able to access that ID from our URL. But since that is not the case right here, we are getting this error. So just keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that I don't really like the way that the WP REST API for WordPress actually looks like. And if I was doing this for real world case, I would actually create a plugin which would create an API that would be more suited to my needs. For example, I would remove most of this data, maybe just leave the title and content. What I especially don't like, if you have a featured image on your API, it's not going to give you the link of that image. That would be too easy. It is actually just going to give you the IDs of the media. So as you can see right here, so featured media is currently 0, and if you had a featured image, it would be just the ID of the image. So you would need to make another request to actually get that image. So I would do that a little bit differently, but I don't want to show how to do that in this tutorial because we are just doing Nuxt right here, and maybe I will make a short mini series about how you can do custom WordPress APIs. And I'm probably going to do that series once I finish this one. Okay, so this is it for this episode, guys. Remember, everything we did here will be available for you on GitHub. The link will be in the description below. And as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.